You sit inside it.
They seem to smile and say
59 seconds of that song, because any more than that they have to pay copyright. So now we are heading up towards the Strand. Do we have anybody from Scandinavia, the Netherlands or Germany on board? Yeah, we're up. Netherlands, you'll know exactly what used to be here then. Strand.
Oh, the beach.
It's the beach! Yes. It's the Strand. It's hard to believe at Liverpool having a beach, isn't it? We had 7.5 miles of beach. The river came all the way up to the other side of the road there where the pavement is. Strand, a bit of English lesson for you. Strand gives us the word stranded. There we go. And on the Strand, directly ahead, you can see Jurgen's Bar. Jurgen's Bar is a Liverpool Football Club supporters bar. Even if you're not a Liverpool supporter, if you go in there and show them your City Explorer ticket, they will give you 20% discount off the drinks, which is great. If you're an Everton supporter, don't tell them. They'll charge you 20% more. As we're turning now, directly coming round to the left of us, this is the Cunard building. Cunard building opened in 1916, headquarters to Cunard Shipping Line. The Cunard Shipping Line was started by a Canadian, Samuel Cunard, in the 1830s. He got a contract to take the Royal Mail to America on a scheduled service. Because people want to travel on a scheduled service, they paid him a pretty penny to use berths on a ship. In the end, he changed the ship configuration. Rather than carrying mail ships, carrying people. Yeah, passenger ships and mail instead. That was the birth of luxury liners. On the left of us, this is the Liner Building, or the Royal Liner Building. We're going to get a really nice view of it in a moment as we turn. The Royal Liner Building opened in 1911. And on the top of it are the world's famous liner birds, symbols of our city. The liner birds up there happening, the one facing the river, his name is Bella. One facing the city, his name Bertie. It's said that Bella checks over the river to make sure that all the sailors, all the crew, all the passengers and all the doctors are kept safe. Bertie, on the other hand, he looks over the city. He has a very important job, far more important than Bella's. It's Bertie's job to make sure all our pubs stay open. And he does it very well, you Lieutenant. As we're turning though, I wanted to check on them. Because what your employee is doing is confusing you. It's making you think. When it opened, it was the tallest office building in Europe. It actually kept that record all the way up to the 1960s. To give you an idea how tall it actually is, those birds, the liner birds at the top there, they're taller than this bus. Now we're going to be on top of a hill later. You can see the liner building. It's kind of it was one of the world's first real. It's actually got a curtain wall, granite curtain wall. And this on the right hand side is the cruise terminal. Not much, but we are very, very near the cruise terminal. In fact, if you're here tomorrow, there'll be a big ship parked next to us there. 4,500 passengers over there tomorrow. We had the Disney Dream in the weekend. 4,000 passengers on it. Oh, we'll come round there. Now, if you didn't see the line of building, probably because I knew the lady here sitting next to me couldn't see the birdies on the top. They're on the right now. So we're now heading back onto the Strand. There's an interesting couple of buildings there in front of us. Big horrible brown one, that's called the Capitol. That is an example of an architectural style called brutalism. Next to that, they got the Mercure Hotel, the Atlantic Tower, built in the shape of a ship. And then across the road from it, we have got St. Nicholas Church, the Church of Our Lady in St. Nicholas. That's Liverpool's parish church. Well, St. Nicholas is Liverpool's patron saint. Not only is he Santa Claus, he's also the patron saint of sailors. And unfortunately, if you go straight up that road, you can see, it's got the road there. That would take you to Western Approaches headquarters, just on the right. Underground bunker. It's now a World War II museum. Right on the Strand. And here we get a nice view of the three graces. So we've got the Liverpool building, of course, the Cunard building, and then behind the Cunard building, that is, just see it now, that's towards the Liverpool building. But the building, which looks like a tall tower here, that is nothing except a big chimney, very beautiful chimney. It's a ventilation shaft, that shaft is foul there for the amazing tunnel. There's an interesting little square building over there on the right hand side. That is an old pumping station. In fact, it's still using the pumping station that pumps out the water from the Mersey rail tunnel. It's been doing that job since the 1890s. It doesn't use steam pumps anymore. Those electric pumps. This is James Street. Castle Hill, as it used to be called. Liverpool did have a castle. Stood at the top here on the right hand side. The statue of Queen Victoria here now. Supposed to be one of the best likenesses of Victoria ever made. Does anybody want to see an optical illusion? Okay, right, as we're going past Queen Victoria's statue, look at the statue carefully, just below her waist. See if you can spot something that a lady really should not have. People drive nice and slow for this as we're going past. The next stop, folks, is number 3. Number 3 for Liverpool 1. And the Cavern Quarter. Anybody want to stop? Let us know now, please. So there we go. Anybody spotted something that the lady should not have? Too late now, you haven't seen it. I can't say too much because you've got children on board. Anybody want the Cavern Quarter stop? Stop 3. Anybody want this stop? No. No, okay. On the right hand side, marked suspected. Now this is North John Street. And coming up on the right is the Hard Day's Night Hotel. See statues about 4 here. Ringo, George, Paul and John. John is on the corner of Matthew Street. This is Matthew Street at the right, which you can't see because the bus is in the way. That's Matthew Street down there. Home of the Cavern Club. The Cavern Club. Made famous, of course, by the Beatles. They beat there 292 times. Has anybody been to the Cavern Club yet? It's worth going, it's brilliant. And you may have heard the story the Cavern Club was demolished. That's not the real one. That's not true, it is the real one. But if you can't demolish the basement. On the right hand side, this is Liverpool's old post office. You can see from the size of how important Liverpool was. It did have an extra 2 floors. They were removed during the 1940s by the demolition company called Woodquapper. Liverpool was the second most heavily bombed city in the country after London. And as we move along the road, the next little bit we move into, we call the football quarter. On the left-hand side, the red brick building, City Hotel. It's a place of property. There's players score more than 60 goals. And on the right-hand side, we've got the Shankly Hotel, named after Bill Shankly, one of the Liverpool ex-managers. Very charismatic man. He gave us a quote, and you might have heard. He said, we're lucky in the city of Liverpool because we've got two world-class football teams based here. We've got Liverpool Football Club, of course, but then on top of that, we've also got Liverpool Reserves. Next stop, number 4, William Brown Street. Does anybody want this stop? The World Museum. Here we are stopping. Stopping, please, Steve. World Museum, Walker Art Gallery, St George's Hall and Central Library are stopping. So what did William Brown do to get a street named after him? If you want a street named after you too, you can have it. All he did was give us a gift. If you can match William's gift, we'll name a street after you too. The gift he gave us? That building on the left. Not a bad little present, was it? Not yet, sir. Wait till we get up there, we've got to wait for this to be. So, Don't be a sec, guys.
Who wants to go to the museum?
Me.
That's once again like the Lord is being tied.
No, he said to me.
Is that okay? Is nobody getting off? No. Oh, we haven't got a mop on board, I'm afraid, guys. We're going to go upstairs, isn't it? So William Brown Street. So here we've got the World Museum, we've got the Walker Art Gallery, Central Library and St George's Hall. World Museum has got a fantastic Egyptian section. It's also got brilliant areas for children as well. And the library, it's worth going into our library. Because inside the library we've got the Picton Reading Room. So you go into the library itself, head up the escalators. The Picton Reading Room is on the right hand side. Picton Reading Room is probably one of the most beautiful libraries in the entire world. Melted down guns and cannons, which were captured from the French at the Battle of Waterloo. Give her a beep. Go on, beep. Double yellow lines with stripes. If you ever rushed your highway code, no stopping at any time. Doesn't seem to bother these people. So they go, where are you going now? Where are you parking? Oh, there's your parking board, just coming in. So there we go, this is William Brown Street, folks, named after William Brown, a very rich man. He gave us a gift, that building there on the right hand side. He gave Liverpool's first public library and museum. As we're turning now, the beautiful gardens to the left of us. This is St John's Gardens. Liverpool's Memorial Gardens. statues you can see is for Liverpool's greatest good. People went on the rescue sometimes. People get on the rescue. I wonder if they know they're sitting in the middle of a graveyard. They moved all the gravestones, but they didn't move the bodies. There are still 80,000 bodies in there. So those people asleep there can feel something tapping them on the leg. It might not be a blade of grass in the wind. Now St John's Garden themselves are rather lovely, like a little oasis. The trees deaden the sound of all the traffic. So go in there, and it's actually quite quiet. It's quite astonishing really. But the next building we're going to see, just here on the left of us in the front, that is St George's Hall. St George's Hall, the finest neoclassical building in the world. Built in between 1841 and 1854. Designed by a young gentleman. His name was Harvey Lonsdale Elms. Harvey Lonsdale Elms. He's only 23. The very first building we ever designed. They changed the remit of it. Originally it was only meant to be a pub. They changed it to include a concert room. There was of course the Crown Court for that. A civil court, holding civil court, and a jail. It's also Liverpool's emergency office. So when you could go to a dance in there, meet somebody, fall in love, take you to a concert in the same building. Decide to get married in the same building, of course. Then you realise they're not for you, so you take to the civil court in there, get divorced, same building. Then you realise they're just taking all your money, so you murder them. Then you got put on trial. Before you put it on trial in the Assizes Court in there, which is the Crown Court of course, they put you in the holding cells in the same building. Then they found you guilty of murder because you just done in the person you married because they took all your money. They throw you in jail. In the same building. That is a Victorian one-stop shop. It's beautiful in your place. Definitely worth going in another time. Some guys are so called a history whisperer. Very, very clever. On the left hand side there, that is Lime Street Rail Station. Liverpool's only mainline rail station. We didn't used to have 3, so one's left. Opened in 1836, which makes it the oldest grand terminus in the world. The railway sets you can see there, they opened in the 1870s, the largest structures of their type ever built up to that point. If you've ever been to Barcelona's indoor market, you might recognise the roof style because it was copied off Lime Street Station. Now Lime Street itself is bookended by 2 beautiful pubs. The one just here on the left of us, this is called the Crown. Now the Crown is one of the very, very few Art Nouveau style pubs in the entire country. I think there's only 2 or 3 more in London, that's the only other one. And at the far end, we've got the Vines. See the clock sticking out of the corner? The Vines is an art style pub. Both of them are very ornate, very beautiful. But if you were to push me to say which is my favourite, I'd say the Vines just takes it. Now we're stopping at this junction. We are going to turn left. We are going to stop number 5. Number 5 is the Adelphi Hotel. If you want the Adelphi Hotel, please let us know by pressing the button. Stop number 5. Does anybody want to stop? Let us know. As I said, by pressing the button, please. But before we get to stop number 5, if you look at the front of the bus, to the top right, you're going to see a large naked man standing on the front of the ship. That's Liverpool Resurgence. Liverpool looking to the future after rising from the ashes of the Second World War. Dickie Lewis, we call him. As he's standing on the side of Ursus. Ricky Lewis features a song, it's a folk song called In My Liverpool Home. It says, we speak with an accent exceedingly rare. We meet under a statue exceedingly rare. That's it. And if you want a cathedral, you've got one to spare. In my Liverpool home. I think you lose there was a generation of people used to meet the days before mobile phones. As I said, next stop, number 5. If you want to stop, let us know now, please. Stop number 5 for the Adelphi Hotel. The Adelphi was one of the finest hotels in the entire world. People who have stayed at the Adelphi over the years like the hotel. Charles Dickens, Winston Churchill, Eleanor Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt, Judy Garland, Frank Sinatra, Bob Dylan, Lauren Hart. Around there, there's loads of education at high places. Schools, colleges, got a lot of education. But really very, very popular universities in Liverpool. The University of Liverpool itself. John Moores University. John Moores University was created from our old Polytechnic. And also we've got Hope University, the most recent of our pubs. University, see what's on my mind, finish it. Yeah, we do have a lot of students through 3 universities. They are very, very popular. Liverpool run the best student nightlife in Britain. Now, we have over 72,000 students before Liverpool opens. We don't mind the students here, but we bring a lot of money into our economy. The actual student economy is worth around £1 billion a year to Liverpool. And as being an ex-student of Liverpool University myself, I strongly suspect most of that money goes to our pubs. They start building it in the 1930s. If completed, it would have been the largest cathedral in the entire world. Second largest church in the world. In Rome. Unfortunately, the Second World War broke out. Building came to a standstill. It wasn't until the end of the 1930s the design and new modern building site. I was born by the president. By the way, even though this is a Catholic cathedral, he himself was Protestant. That's interesting because Charles Gilbert Scott, the gentleman who designed our Protestant cathedral, he was a Catholic. So guys, as we're turning around now, you can get a really nice view of the front of the cathedral. See on the right hand side. Quite unusual bell tones. Now this is Hope Street. And this is next stop is number 7. Does anybody want this stop? Let us know please. This is for the Philharmonic Dining Rooms of Hope Street. The Philharmonic Dining Rooms, or simply the Phil as we know it, is the most ornate pub in Great Britain. It's beautiful inside, well worth popping in. Well, we're popular not simply because it's beautiful, but because if you show your City Explorer tickets when you're in there, they will give you 20% discount off any food and drink, which is brilliant deal. While you're in the pub though, and this applies to the ladies, but pay attention, make sure you go and see the gents' toilets. That sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? Yeah, it will be expected though. The gents' toilets are actually a visitor attraction. They are the original Victorian toilets. They are beautiful. Now you wonder why I'm saying don't go and see the ladies' toilet? But the ladies' toilets were only put in about the 1970s because when that pub was built, ladies weren't allowed in. My dad said wish it never changed. But the toilets are absolutely stunning. They have beautiful mosaic tiling, they have brass fixtures and fittings, solid marble sinks. And this sounds weird. Every time I say it, it sounds stranger and stranger to me. Very, very attractive urinals. It smells like a Victorian toilet. Yeah, but not allowed to use bleach in there, okay? So folks, when you go in, remember when we came out of COVID and then nobody wanted to wear a mask? Everybody did when you went in there, I'll tell you. But they are worth going in to see, they are lovely, honestly. And the beer's good too, which is always a good thing. What? Thanks, Dave. So as we're heading down Oakley, across the road here in this building, it's the Monaco. And straight out the front of the bus there, that sandstone building we can see. This is the Liverpool Institute of Performing Arts. Opened by Paul McCartney himself. When you go to the right, that building in the columns, that's Paul's old school. George Harrison went to the same school, that's how they know each other. And next door, while George and Paul were at school, attended the Arts College, just here on the right, was John Lennon and Stuart Sutcliffe. John and Stuart were really good friends. In fact, it was John that convinced Stuart to buy his first bass guitar. Next stop, number 8, Liverpool Cathedral. Anybody want this stop? We are stopping here, folks. I'm going to get off here down the stop. This is Liverpool Cathedral, the largest cathedral in the UK, one of the largest churches in the entire world. So the cathedral itself, you can go to the top of that tower, which is in fact the largest, the highest and widest bell tower in the world. And inside there is the highest and heaviest peal of bells in the world. I was up there a few weeks back. The views are spectacular. They are really amazing. I was up there and I swear I could see the Taj Mahal, honestly. It's my favourite Indian restaurant, just on the other side there, amazing. So we're turning now to Rodney Street. Rodney Street, Gilders Park, Liverpool's Georgian Quarter. Home of the rich and famous down here. In fact, one of the most rich and famous people from Liverpool was born in number 62. 62 is coming up on the left-hand side by the red post box. This was the home of William Hewitt Gladstone, the only Prime Minister to serve 4 terms. It's not a bad little house. Other people associated with Rodney Street include Brian Epstein and Nicholas Montserrat. Brian Epstein was born down here. Nicholas Montserrat had his house. If you don't know Nicholas Montserrat, you might know the book or the film. He's responsible for The Cruel Sea. Next up, number 9, St. Luke's Church in Bow Street. Anybody want to stop collectibles? No doubt, please. This is St. Luke's on the left. We call it the Bone Down Church. Sent devices during the May Blitz, 1941. 6th of May. Completely burnt out its insides. Rather than rebuild the church, they decided to leave it as it stands as a living memorial to those who lived and died during those dark days. Now used for festivals like film festivals, beer festivals, gin festivals, etc, etc, etc. Straight out the front of the bus, that is Bow Street. Now down Bow Street there are a lot of restaurants. It's Liverpool's independent restaurant scene down there. All of the restaurants I could recommend. There's really big competition for good food in Liverpool these days. If your food's not up to scratch, your business simply will not survive. For example, Rudy's, the pizzeria directly in front of us there on the corner, has recently won the Best Pizza in Britain award. Anybody want this stop? Final call. We are now entering Chinatown, the oldest Chinese community in Europe. Established in 1830. Grew massive when we started trade directly with Shanghai. And in the year 2000, Shanghai, who we are actually twinned with, gave us a gift of this beautiful Chinese arch, which you can see out the front of the bus there, slightly to the right. It is the largest Chinese arch in Europe. It's decorated with over 200 dragons. You fancy counting? Stop? Yeah, they are stopping here, please. Stop number 10, Chinatown. And Chinese arch, as such, decorated with over 200 dragons. Its dimensions, its colours, even the angle it stands on, it's all in accordance with feng shui. Now, if anybody on board remembers the old Eden line, the Eden line is based on a Liverpool company called the Australian Blackpool Company, and the captain who ran the Blackpool Company, his name was Captain James Baines, and that's his house there on the corner, and the Petit Cafe de Clan. He's had a clear view towards the river. So this is Chinatown. Mural is of a secretary bird, by the way. It's not a live bird, like something different. It's a secretary bird. John Culshaw, the artist, is a local lad. In fact, he's good friends with our boss, Carl. There's an equally interesting mural on the other side of the building. What do you want to see? You're going to have to crick your neck though, okay, as we pull off. Have a look at it, it's very interesting. It looks like a man squeezing a spot on his face, but if you look carefully at it, it's more in depth than that. He's actually trying to pull his head apart. It's a statement about depression. take you to an area I'm sure you've heard of, Penny Lane. You've heard of Penny Lane Strawberry Field. And Strawberry Field is not far from where John Lennon at the Albert Dock for the ahead. They will upgrade you for a very cheap price indeed. I would recommend doing it at the Albert Dock because sometimes they are very, very busy and you do want to get glimpses on these things. Currently we are going to be turning onto the other direction, however, towards the left. That would take you to Princess Boulevard. Princess Boulevard, probably the most religiously diverse area in Liverpool. But on Princess Boulevard, on the corner, as you walk up, you will see a Greek Orthodox church. Opposite the Greek Orthodox church, there's the Jewish synagogue. On one side of the synagogue is the Catholic church. On the other, there's a Protestant church, just across the road. We are now in the Baltic Square. The road three roads make up it is what we call the Baltic Triangle. It is because of the originally settled by Scandinavians of the Baltic Sea. Not only at all. As you leave it behind for next day, throw some more potatoes, cook it up again, you're done with it. Everybody loves scouse. In fact, if you don't like scouse, one of the nicest meals. Always serve a nice bit of crusty bread and either yes, there you go, you've got an entire load of people in the city, all named after the Norwegian stew. So can you recommend to go that much? Because it was really or we're going to the street harbour and see dogs go back to the same. Seeing the way they have moored those ships so close together, sometimes it's difficult to believe. I remember from around 20 years, 1980s. Left-hand side, you see a statue. That is Joe Woody. You might not know who he is. There's something on his head though, which is wonderful. He was founder of also James Day, which you might have heard of. He said, I helped river. It used to take 3 hours to row across. Not so bad, can't take the easy, but... So guys, we are now coming back to the Alpha Top. Thanks for joining us all today. May I ask you a favour? Can I ask you to go to TripAdvisor online and for a little bit of review? If you have enjoyed your commentary and journey around, please give us a name drop. So myself, the driver, so it's Chris and Keith. If you did enjoy your tour though, both of us would really appreciate it if you didn't mention it at all. Thank you very much again, we really appreciate it. We understand there's been a bit of an issue upstairs. We're now going to get that sorted as soon as we can. But thanks for persevering with us folks. You've been absolutely brilliant. If you've got any questions when you're getting off, feel free to ask me, I'll do my best to help you. Have a lovely time in Liverpool. The weather is supposed to be like this the rest of the day. Fingers crossed it will stay that way for the rest of the week, but I can't promise that for you. You take care folks, have a lovely day. My name's Chris, and if you think that we deserve it, there's a little tray when you're getting off next to where Keith sits for any thank yous which you'd like to leave us. You take care folks, bye bye for now. Please stay seated until the bus comes to a complete standstill. I will let you know when it's safe to go up. Thank you. Folks, thanks again.